Hi, my name is Jennifer Luarca and I'm an academic coach at the Learning Center. This short video tutorial is going to be focusing on preparation strategies for handling multiple exams in the same week. Ideally, we're thinking about preparing for finals, but these tips can also be helpful as we prepare for midterms. The first step we want to take is really a time management step in getting our dates into our calendar. So we want to start to think about 4 weeks out from finals. What does life look like? What are our responsibilities academically? And what we want to do on a monthly calendar is get in any due dates, exam dates, and then also our final exam dates into that calendar. We can include other graded items. Maybe we have presentations or projects due. We would want to include that here too. This is just going to give us an idea of a big picture. What are we responsible for in the next 4 weeks as we inch towards finals week? Armed with that information, we can then start to be more intentional about our use of time, and we can start to really plan out our study. Ideally, we would know where we sit in the class. We would know our exact grade in the course, which will help us determine how much time we want to spend studying for each class. I have a module on grade calculation that will help you figure this out if you're not at this point yet. This is a really important step to take, figuring out your exact grade, because that helps you allocate appropriate time when we're talking about study. Once we know how much time we want to study for a class, then we want to break that time-based goal into shorter segments. We want to really work within 1 or 2 hour blocks of time because that tends to be our best focus time as learners. And we want to break that 2-hour segmented study time up throughout the 3 weeks heading into finals. So if we had, say, a goal of studying 9 hours for a course, preparing for finals, then we would want to break it down into 1 or 2 hour segments throughout those 3 weeks leading into the final exam. All right, and so along those same lines, we want to start studying early. And I want to cover different things you can do in the weeks leading up to finals that can help you really maximize your organization and learn more efficiently. So if we're looking at 3 weeks before final exams, we want to focus this time on preparation and organization. So this is a perfect time to start to gather study materials, look at your notes, your book, old exams, pull out old study guides that you may have, look up Quizlets that can help you refresh your memory on certain concepts and certain items that you need to learn. This is a great time also to prepare and set up group study sessions and also commit to personal study time within the weeks leading up to finals. 2 weeks before final exams is where we're going to do the heavy lifting in terms of study. So this is when we're going to identify our weaker concepts and start to really work with and process information. We're going to use active learning strategies of not just listening, but talking about concepts, not just looking, but drawing out charts. All of those types of active learning strategies that can help you really engage with the material at a deeper level. This is also a time when we're going to meet with our study groups. We're going to visit tutoring centers and get clarification on concepts we are weak on, so we have time to really learn these things and process them effectively. Now, 1 week before finals, when the rubber hits the road, we should be quizzing ourselves daily at this point on concepts. We should be practicing teaching others. This is a great way to use study groups. And we should also be focusing on weaker concepts. So the majority of our time will go towards learning things that we're not quite sure about. But we also want to spend some time with the concepts we feel good about so that they stay fresh in our memory system. So if we're studying for 2 hours, we may want to spend, an hour and a half on the weaker concepts, but then still spend 30 minutes reviewing the stuff that we know just to keep it fresh, okay? And then 1 week before finals is the last time we can check in with tutoring. Many tutoring centers aren't open during finals week, so we want to get into our tutors. We want to get into office hours also so that we can get clarification and solidify anything we're not 100% sure about. And then finals week is when we need to thrive. So a critical component of us performing well, the performance aspect of academics, is going to be making sure that we're eating and sleeping. And I know it sounds silly, but nutrition and sleep are the two things students tend to sacrifice the most for learning, but they can be detrimental to our brain's ability to process information if we do not eat well and if we do not sleep. So we want to make sure we're maintaining our eating and sleeping cycles, that we are continuing to study for upcoming exams, and that we're prioritizing the exam that's coming up soonest, but we're also spending time with other exams because they tend to cycle through. So for example, if I had a math exam Monday and a history exam Tuesday, then Sunday I would spend most of my time for that math exam that's on Monday, but still a little bit of time on that history so that I know that I'm ready and I'm able to transition once I clear that math exam. All right, and that's it for me. I hope you found some helpful tips here. If you'd like to meet and get some more support or talk specifically about a concept I covered, you can schedule appointments with me for free through Beach Connect. I look forward to talking with you.